About bad habits and snackable content, Liverpool, we covered it all, and it's interesting, isn't it, how it's changing. Even with ESPN FC, our website, we've got a lot of success with what they call snackable content, whether it's a 3 points blog, 5 points video. It really is the way it's headed. So coming up, we've actually got a really interesting topic. It's a valuable case study into how one company is adapting its sports broadcasting strategy in the face of the changing digital landscape. He's the General Manager of Sports Business Development and Marketing for Tencent and Deputy Chief Editor of QQ.com. Please welcome Sam Sear with Is the Web the Future Home of Sports?
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. It's a pleasure to be part of Sports Matter. My name is Yuefeng Xie, and you can make it simple. You can call me Sam. Okay, let's cut to the chase. I know it's almost the lunchtime, so I don't want to hold you here. Okay, let's see. All right, let's talk about China. I guess everybody here are quite interested about Chinese sports industry or the market. Let's look at the big picture first. As you can see, that China has almost 1.4 billion population. And as we all know, when a country's GDP per capita reach 8,000 USD, the sport industry would break out. And last year, China's GDP per capita is 7,500. So it's almost there. And also within China, there's 9 provinces and cities has reached 10,000 USD per 10,000 USD GDP per capita. So those 9 provinces and cities is even more ready for China's sport industry to be breakout. The facts about China. We've seen the lifestyle in China, for Chinese is more and more become more like a developed country. We see that Color Run has brought to China, and it has been so populated. And the urban marathon ticket is so hard to get it, it's almost like a drawing of a lottery. Because 100 submit the application, probably only 1 person can get, the admission to run, Beijing Marathon, something like that. And celebrities and people are start to showing off their fitness picture on their WeChat moments. So people are adapting more and more, they spend more and more time on their sports activities. So that's about China. And for the big sport events, you can see that they more and more choosing China as the host country. Last month, the 2015 IAAF World Championship just took place in Beijing, and then we all know that the most exciting moment is the 2022 Winter Olympic is gonna take place in Beijing. So that means Chinese sports industry is about to break up, but how big the market would be? How big the sport industry in China? We can see that among the world, that most developed country, the average portion of sport industry in their overall GDP is about 2%. In US, it's about 2.6%. For China, currently, it's only 0.6%. That means what? That means there's still a lot of rooms to grow. And how big? How big the room? According to Chinese government, they say is 5,000 billion RMB industry. But of course, not right now, about 10 years. Chinese government hope that this industry will become the key driver for Chinese economy to grow. One of the key driver. Okay, the Chinese government predict that for the next 10 years, the next decade, it would grow 16 times. So that's a big market. So for that big market, how Tencent is doing for that opportunity? How are we going to deal with it? But let's talk about Tencent first, if some of you don't know who is Tencent. Tencent is the biggest internet company in China. In terms of capital market, the capital, we rank number 4 or sometimes number 5, depends on how Alibaba stock price and Tencent stock price goes. We're either 4 or 5. Okay, just behind Google, Facebook, Amazon in the internet industry in the world. But in terms of brand recognition, then I'm pretty sure we are the number 1 in China. According to Milwauee Brown's survey, for the top 100 most valuable brand, that the 11th is Tencent, and definitely the number 1 in China, which is we bypass China Mobile. Used to be the number 1. Tencent now is the number 1 in China. So how can why Tencent is number 1 in China? That's because we provide all different kind of internet services, online services to the huge amount of population in China. We provide online news services, music services, online video services, and most important, Tencent is famous for is our instant message services. For our QQ, which is we have 800 million monthly active user. Another product we provide is called WeChat. I think WeChat is quite popular in Southeast Asia around here, which is Philippines and Malaysia, Thailand. WeChat has, as well as in China, of course, WeChat have over 600 million monthly active user. Monthly active means that you at least log on and at least twice a month. So that's Tencent. That's why Tencent is number 1 in China in terms of internet industry. Now we still have to come back to sport. For Tencent Sport is also influential services that Tencent provide. Also, we have the monthly active user is about 60 million monthly for Tencent Sport. Tencent Sport is providing services to connecting sport events, to connecting sport services, and connecting personal fitnesses. For the sport events, we are famous for providing the media value because we are one of the online broadcaster for many sports events or sports IPs. We provide live broadcasting, we provide content operations, editorial services, and we provide online sport communities to millions of users. And we also provide sport gaming, online gaming services. In terms of broadcasting, Tencent Sport is definitely the most famous or providing the most sophisticated live broadcasting services in China. We have the best and biggest studio among of the internet company to do live broadcasting. We provide the best interactive broadcast experience for our user. For example, in terms of NBA, let's talk about NBA first. You might know that Tencent just become the exclusive new media partner for NBA in China for the next 5 years. So it means for the next 5 years, if you want to watch NBA games in China online, Tencent is the only choice. That never done it before online, that Tencent would provide 300-degree 3D dimensional broadcast experience to our users, which is used to be when you broadcast live for NBA games, you only have one angle. But for Tencent, you can, with the main window, you can also have 3 other small windows to see at that same moment what other 3 angles would look like for for that game happening. So that's never provided in China, and also even in the world online. And also Tencent would provide the live interaction, interactive services for our users. So you and your friend might watching the same game, Rocket to Lakers. You both, when you're watching the same windows of the matches, you can also interact with each other. You can chat. You can throw in eggs or potatoes to each other, something like that. Of course, not the real one, digital one. Okay. We also provide online communities, sport communities, which is for your friends together. You might follow one superstar, and you might follow one team. So with the online community, sport community Tencent provide, you can find all the fans that have shared the same interests. You can interact with them on that dedicated official community, online community. That's why Tencent becomes so popular, and then so many rights holders, sport rights holders working with us. To name a few, besides NBA, I already mentioned that Tencent is the exclusive new media partner for China Olympic Community. And also the 2014 Nanjing Youth Olympic, we are also the exclusive new media partner. For other sports rights, like for example, we are the official broadcaster for Premier League, UEFA Champions League, Bundesliga, the German league, and also within domestic in China, we are the broadcaster for CSL, Chinese Soccer League, CBA, Chinese Basketball League, and also others like tennis and UFC, NFL. All work with Tencent. So that's why Tencent is, you can say Tencent is the sport media powerhouse in China. Besides the media value Tencent Sport provide, Tencent Sport also trying to connect sports services with our users. For example, I don't know how many people using WeChat. WeChat is so powerful right now that if you can call a couple of your friends, not call, like you can gather in some of your friends or some people even not your friend, but it's just sharing the same interests on the online community. Those people, you can post a message, say tomorrow 6 o'clock, let's play a basketball game. Okay, you can send this on your online sport community. And then if there's enough people, you can immediately to book the basketball court on WeChat, which is, it will automatically search, like what are the most nearby basketball gym or basketball court around you, and then you can place the reservation online. And after the match, after the game, you can actually pay for it online through your WeChat, or you can actually to split it with all the people who is playing the game. This idea in Tencent or in China is very popular. It's even writing into this year's Chinese Congress section called Internet Plus. What Internet Plus means is Tencent and other internet company in China try to provide internet services which is not only online but also connecting your offline life, which we call it Internet Plus. Just to name a few examples, that on WeChat you can book and purchase your movie ticket online. It will automatically find the theater around you. This service is available in 500 cities in China and have 35,000 theaters available. You not only buy the ticket, you also can reserve the seat. You can pick which seat you like in the theater. So all this is called Internet Plus. So in terms of sports, we try to use Internet Plus to connect you, our user, and our users' personal fitness activity. Not only sitting in the couch watching those fantastic, NBA games or NFL games, but also go out and do sport activity, running, jogging, all those stuff. But we also try to connect that with you, with our user, by using all internet technology that which can measure your movement, on your iPhone or on your Apple Watch or Jawbone, Fitbit, all those wearable devices, and all this data can connect to our open platform in Tencent, on QQ, on WeChat, on Tencent Sport. It will become a big data. This data, with your permission, it can be shared with your personal fitness coach, your doctor, your medical doctor, who is monitoring your health status. So by saying that, Tencent Sport is providing a lot of opportunity to grow this big Chinese Chinese sport industry. So first, this is come to the conclusion of my presentation, which is, I think, we're ready for lunch. But just a couple more sentences. First, China's sport industry is about to break out. And Tencent Sport is in the good, if not the best position to seize this opportunity. And so if you have any sport rights, sport content, you want to do it in China, please come to us, because Tencent Sport, we connecting all things sports. Thank you.
What a fascinating insight.